Welcome, I am a llama. The Armory has been around for over a week now, and I want to compare it to the last operation that CSGO had, Operation Riptide. Let's start with comparing what skins each operation had to offer. First off, the Operation Riptide case had way better knives than the Gallery case. The Kukuri knives are cool, but nothing compared to Gamma Dopplers and Butterflies. But I think the skins themselves in the Gallery case is just a little bit better. I liked Elite Museo, but the Vaporwave is just better. Not gonna beat around the bush with that one. As for the two pistols, I know there's a lot of Ocean Drive haters out there, so I'm gonna give this one to the Gold Tooth. I think the two cases are really evenly matched. The Riptide has better golds, but the Gallery has better gun skins overall. I personally think you could make a fairly convincing argument for either side here, so I'm just gonna move on. Also, join the Llama Army to help pass the Dove Chocolate YouTube channel, because why does a shampoo company sell chocolate? It doesn't make any sense. Right, now let's move on to the collections. Riptide is definitely not the strongest operation when it comes to collections, but that doesn't make it bad at all either. I mean, the Train collection has the M4A4 Coalition, which I know isn't super popular, but it also has the Glock Gamma Doppler. And that's not even mentioning the MAC-10 Propaganda, which is amazing, and the Pop-Up, which is still somehow pretty cheap despite looking great with a ton of cool patterns. I also gotta shout out my boy Deagle Sputnik. I think probably the closest collection you could compare this to is the Graphic collection, and I don't know how to feel about the Ops CMYK. On one hand, it's definitely unique, and on the other, I'm disappointed that this is a collection red, but it is growing on me very slightly. But being honest, I think I like the Deagle Starcade better. It's pretty cool. Also, the attack vector is great, and the AK Crossfade is going to be a really good budget AK option. So even though I don't like the red in this collection, there's still a lot of good skins. I think Riptide's weakest collection is going to be the Dust 2, with the gold Arabesque at the top. I don't love this skin, but it certainly isn't bad either. The rest of the collection is kinda mid though. I do like the Deathstalker though, it's alright. On the opposite end of the spectrum, if you ask me, the strongest collection from the Armory is definitely the Overpass collection. This is definitely my favorite new skin from the operation, but I think what I want to get my hands on more is the Op Krakow, which is amazing. Also, the Deagle Tilted is pretty cool. I like this collection a lot. New Zeus skin also. Alright, Riptide had the Vertigo collection. I have made it clear how I feel about the Imminent Danger. It's a 10 out of 10 for me. There's a couple other good skins like the Hazard Pay and Fall Hazard, but after those three skins, this collection really falls off. Alright, the Sport and Field collection does not really have a cohesive theme like the other two collections do. Like, what does the M4A1S Fade have to do with Sport and Field? I guess what does a Glock Gamma Doppler have to do with trains, so who cares? But yeah, the M4A1 Fade is pretty sick. It's definitely the best looking gun Fade skin. It's cheating a little bit though, because it's taking advantage of the new M4A1S model, so. But we've got some more good skins here. The Axia is great, and it was pointed out to me in the comments of last video that the Alpine Camo has a little bit of the heat treated effect on it, which is pretty cool. And I'm also a fan of the Arctic Tritone. This thing is pretty clean. Okay, now the Mirage collection from Operation Riptide. There's precisely two skins I want to talk about here. The first one being the Desert Hydra. They cooked with this skin. This is a collection red. I know I said in the past I'm not a huge fan of it, but even if I don't love it, I can still recognize art. And this is a masterpiece. Oh, and the Fennec Fox is here also. This is a good Deagle skin. So, there's one less collection in the Armory, so I'm gonna use this time to talk about the Deagle Heat Treated. I said in last video I don't know why Valve would want to reinvent the Blue Gem, but I forgot to mention one thing.
Money!
So Riptide definitely has higher highs, but the skins are a little bit more consistently good as you go down in the collections in the Armory. I think they're about even, but don't worry, we will get to which operation was better. Okay, now for the random cosmetics. Riptide has agents, and I'm gonna be honest, I was never huge into agents. I think the agents though were pretty decent, and it did have Bloody Daryl, which is good. The Armory doesn't have agents, but it does have charms, and I definitely don't love them yet, but they aren't the worst thing in the world either. Yes, there are some ugly ones, but there are also some ones that look pretty good. Bloody Daryl does a lot of heavy lifting for Riptide, but I'm still gonna call it in the Armory's favor. Feel free to yell at me if you want, but I do feel like these two operations are pretty evenly matched cosmetics-wise. Alright, the Riptide sticker collection has some good stickers like the Liquid Fire and Deadeye Hollow, but the other collection was better. The Riptide Surf Shop collection had some pretty good stickers in it like the Flick Hollows and the Strafe Hollows. The Liquid Fire is definitely the best sticker from Operation Riptide, but the other collection had more good ones. It's a little hard to judge between the stickers of these two operations because the new ones were made with a completely different mindset. They were clearly made for the new sticker update and the last ones were not. But what I will say, I really like the new stickers, especially the color shifting foils. Also, just about everything scrapes into like a smaller version of it or a different sticker entirely, which is awesome. I mean, just look at how this Rainbow Root sticker scrapes. I think that a couple of these stickers are going to get pretty damn expensive once the operation ends. You can feel free to disagree with me on this if you want. The Riptide stickers are good, but the Armory stickers are great. they're just better. Okay, now that's most of the cosmetics. I think the Armory did a pretty good job on them. It may not hit high of highs as Operation Riptide with the Desert Hydra, but it is more steadily good than Operation Riptide if you ask me. I think one of the best changes the Armory made was getting rid of gray skins in the collection. Having more higher tier skins to go around I think is absolutely a good thing. With that being said, was Riptide better than the Armory?
Yes.
Let's get into it because I don't think I have any more good things to say about the Armory. Okay, what the hell happened to missions? Here's a list of week 1 missions from Riptide. Get kills from a series of different radar locations in Deathmatch. Survive an aerial assault in Guardian Black Site, which is a custom game mode specifically for operations. Win 1 match or win 21 rounds. Complete a variety of tasks in Danger Zone Black Site. Deal 300 utility damage or 200 utility damage in a single match. Get 30 kills or 4 multi-kill rounds in a single match. This was week 1 of 10. Even if you didn't care much about the cosmetics, there were still things for you to do. It encouraged you to try new game modes, have fun with your friends, and just enjoy the game. With the new system, now everyone is just tryharding in Deathmatch, and it kinda sucks to grind new stars if you can't afford multiple passes. Oh, and speaking of stars, not only is the pass the same price, you get less stars and everything costs the same. In Riptide, a sticker costs a star. In Armory, a sticker costs a star. An Operation Riptide case costs 2 stars. A gallery case costs 2 stars. I will say the collection skins are a little better now because you're not just getting spammed with gray skins constantly, but you're smart, you get what I'm saying here. Not only is it worse for the sake of making more money, they're already making money hand over fist off this game. If you don't have a lot of money to spend, I cannot recommend buying this pass. Just wait for the market to stabilize and spend the $15 on items you want. If you look at the Armory, there's a noticeable lack in content that does not directly generate money for the game, when Operation Riptide included 5 new maps for everyone to play. I think that this is a problem, especially when CS2 is utterly infested with cheaters at the moment and weird random glitches. Yes, Riptide was undeniably better than the Armory, but despite my deranged rant just there, this is a much needed addition to the game, and as a skin enthusiast, I am loving the new content. I don't want to sound fully negative, especially when the TF2 community exists, so I will say I am really enjoying this update. I always love having new skins and new stickers to play with, but I think most of us were hoping that this would come with a new anti-cheat and or massive patch notes. Well, looks like you made it to the case opening. I hope you enjoyed the kind of short surface level analysis of these 2 operations. I want to start doing longer stuff, but uploading weekly doesn't really let me, and I've been enjoying making shorter videos, so I'm going to stick with this for the time being. Alright, now turning our attention to the case. I have wasted $55 on cases, and I have still gained back less than 8. Yikes. That's enough to buy this Oni Pixel getting baited by a Titan Hollow t-shirt off of Redbubble.